All right, let's go 5 surprise players from the first half of the season. I know we still have a few more weeks left before we reach All-Star break, but we're more than halfway through the season thus far. I got 5 guys that have surprised me and given me a little bit more production this year than I thought they would. At number 5, let's go Goran Dragic. The Miami Heat are number 4 in the Eastern Conference as I make this video, and they're trending upwards with the Cavs trending downwards. Who knows? This Heat team might end up at 3 or 2 when it's all said and done, and that's a huge development for them. Remember, they were number 9 and left out of the postseason last year. Chicago took that 8th and final spot in the playoffs last year. I like what Goran Dragic has done. He's averaging about 17 a game. Hassan Whiteside has been in and out of the lineup. Dion Waiters, it looks like he's going to miss an extended period of time. Goran Dragic averaging 17 points. You can't ask for more from him. He's leading these guys like Josh Richardson and Jonathan, and he's putting them in the right spots. And he's the guy right now. Got Goran Dragic at number 5. At number 4, I'm going Donovan Mitchell. I'm going a rookie, all right? I got a couple more rookies on this list as well, but I'm going Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is spectacular. There is no way Utah, after losing Gordon Hayward, their franchise guy, there's no way they should be in the playoff race right now. But they are. I mean, they're hovering around 9th or 10th right now, and they've lost a few games in a row. But Donovan Mitchell has did more than his part. I knew they had a guy who could put the ball in the basket, but I thought it would take him at least 3 to 4 years to really figure it out. And for him out the gate to be averaging about 19 a game, taking over that point guard responsibility. Rudy Gobert is another guy like Hassan Whiteside who's missed an extended period of time thus far in the first half of the season. Donovan Mitchell is showing the Jazz that y'all got one. Y'all have one of the pieces. It's going to take a few pieces for Utah to really be relevant, but they got the first piece. They've replaced Gordon Hayward, and they probably got a guy that's going to end up better than Gordon Hayward when it's all said and done. More athletic, can really shoot the rock, explosive at the rim. Donovan Mitchell's been impressive thus far. At number 3, I'm going to roll with 2 guys, all right? 2 Boston Celtics, both playing their part. Jason Tatum, the rookie, and Jaylen Brown. Now, Tatum coming out of Duke, we all knew he could score that thing, but he was very selfish. Very selfish at Duke. I'm pretty sure he'll tell you that, and that's probably what hindered Duke from winning a national championship last year. But the kid can score. And Jaylen Brown, this is his 2nd year in the league. He's made a lot of improvements. I'm pretty sure he'll be in that most improved player conversation. 2nd year out of California. He's really developed his game. And you pair these 2 guys up with a fantastic talent like Kyrie Irving, the Boston Celtics are rolling. These guys are committed to playing defense. They're top 10, both of those 2 guys, in defensive efficiency for the Boston Celtics. Who would have expected that? These 2 young guys are playing hard. They're playing meaningful minutes. They're not scared of the moment. They want to be out there in late game situations. They're not scared of any big tower in the East or the West. I like their game. Now, they're probably not going to win anything significantly this year as in regards to a championship or a conference, but they're definitely going to be guys around in the next 5 to 10 years. And if you're telling me you wouldn't pick these 2 guys if you were playing playground basketball, you're crazy. I like these 2 guys. They've really impacted the floor thus far for the Boston Celtics this season. At number 2, I got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has played spectacular basketball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They probably won't make the playoffs. It's not his fault. Joel Embiid is unable to play back-to-backs right now, and that's hampering the team chemistry. Simmons has done everything he could to pretty much keep this team together, keep it a cohesive unit. All these moving parts, again, Embiid's not playing every night. Simmons, this is his first year. He came out after missing the entire last year with the foot injury. He's come out and put up spectacular numbers, averaging about 17 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, 7 assists a game. This is Magic Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. I was never able to watch Magic Johnson. I was too young. Heck, I wasn't born for his career. But I'm able to watch it with Ben Simmons. He can't shoot. He's going to have to work on that jumper. It is going to take time. Heck, that's a thing around Philadelphia. Outside of J.J. Redick and Joel Embiid and Covington, everybody's going to have to work on their jumper, including Fultz and Simmons. I don't even realize that Markelle Fultz hasn't been there for the entire season pretty much. I'm so into what Ben Simmons is doing as a player. He's controlling the game with no jumper. I mean, rarely will he take a shot outside of 14 feet. He's doing all his work in the lane and dishing the rock. He is one of those guys who can take over a game just by passing it You know he's not going to shoot the jumper, but you still don't know where he's going to pass the basketball to. He has an incredible feel for the game. He's really a once-in-a-generation type talent. You won't see too many guys like Ben Simmons. He's been pretty impressive. And if not for Embiid being injured half the time, this Philadelphia 76ers team will be in the playoffs. At number 1, this is quite simple for me. Victor Oladipo. I mean, Indiana was heading to the lottery after you traded your franchise guy in Paul George. And Victor Oladipo was pretty much a guy that people had counted out because he had an entire season with Russell Westbrook. And playing with Russell Westbrook, we thought, Oladipo, you got all the opportunities in the world. This guy, Russ, is averaging about 10, 12 assists a game. You should be better than this for the Thunder. But it's clear that it just wasn't meant to be for Oladipo to play with Westbrook. He has been absolutely phenomenal for Indiana. This team should be in the lottery. Let's just tell the truth. If you look at the talent that's not on this team, they should be lottery bound. But they're not. Victor Oladipo has them in the playoff hunt. He's averaging about 24 points a game. This team is able to compete every night. There's pretty much not a game that this team is not involved in, or at least have competitive until the fourth quarter. You can't say that about every team. He's averaging about 5 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game. This team, they're maybe 1 or 2 pieces away from being able to compete in the Eastern Conference again. With the conference still weak, Victor Oladipo is showing, let me run the ship. I can be the offensive catalyst. Let me go out, score the basketball, sing a little bit on the side, be the playmaker, be explosive at the rim, create some excitement in Indiana, and then just maybe we can convince a free agent that's a good player to come to Indiana and do some things here in the Eastern Conference, especially if LeBron might leave. Those are my 5 guys that have just pretty much, well, really it's like 6 if you count Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as 2 people, which they are. But those are my guys that have really shocked me and surprised me for the better in the NBA season thus far, as we're about midway through. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date on this list and see if these guys can hold it up in the second half of the season. Salute to these guys playing phenomenal basketball. Got this season very exciting to watch. A lot of guys have the season very exciting to watch. You tell me some of your guys that have you excited about this season and your surprises thus far for the positive side. Of course, we're going to do the negative side as well. On the next episode of my sports series with the Pharaohs, we're more than midway through the season if we're counting games played, though we have not reached All-Star break. And it's time to talk about some guys that have been disappointing thus far in the NBA season. At number 5, I'm going to roll with Tristan Thompson. Listen, Tristan Thompson has to be held to a standard of a really good player because he's getting paid like a really good player. Never forget, the Cavs paid him $80 million